Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. April 10th is National Siblings Day. It commemorates the special bond between siblings. Claudia Evert created National Siblings Day in 1995 to honor and celebrate her brother and sister Alan and Lisette, who died young. April 10th is her sister Lisette's birthday. This episode of Burning Bright features pieces that remember siblings as they were. Perie Longo said, "I idolized my siblings, especially my older sister." Here's Perry's poem, "Taking Selfies with My Big Sister During Spring Thaw in Minnesota," that she wrote after visiting her sister. Her memory has become a little like melting snow. Dreamlike, a few years since we've been together, time is an origami bird folded in on itself. Flying frightens her, as does the field behind my house in California. She does remember. Any minute it could catch fire. Worse, it could bury me like the one on the news. "You should think about moving back. You should think—" She repeats everything at least twice. Once a nurse, she's used to giving advice. Next thing, we're kids, and Mother appears. My sister begins a litany of old miseries. Words darken her room in the complex where she's come to live in her 80s. "But she loved us," I say between her storms. I show her latest pictures of my grandchildren on the iPhone, and one I just took walking along the Zumbro River outside her window, where two ducks feed over the reflection of bare trees. "Let's take a selfie to remember today," I smile. Face to face, cheeks touching, I snap one picture after another. She laughs as long ago. "Not that, not that." Our laughter disperses shadows, echoes down the long hallway of closed doors. She chooses a favorite. "Not bad for an old lady." "Duckies," I suggest, going with the flow. She repeats, "Going with the flow." I brush a feather from her damp face, in this age where everything gets saved, someplace. From Passenger's 2023 Poetry Contest issue, "Taking Selfies with My Big Sister During Spring Thaw in Minnesota," by Perie Longo. As children, Helen Vo-Dinh and her sister gave each other nicknames, Melon and Ice, respectively. In this excerpt from Helen's piece, Ice and the Warrior Beetles, she refers to Bogus, the voice in her sister's head. Around noon, Ice calls and surprises me. "Melon, let's go to Roy's for strawberry shortcake with ice cream." "You want to go out?" "What about your fissures, Ice?" You know, it was all a mistake. Bogus said I don't have fissures at all, and he told me I don't have warrior beetles after all. They're stink bugs, just like yours. "But I like those warrior beetles, Ice." "Well, maybe you did, but not me. You're strange, Melon." "And Bogus?" "He's resting. I hope he takes a long vacation. Get your coat on my way." I will make the most of this time when Ice is almost normal. We will go for a leisurely drive along the river, and Ice will exclaim at the sycamore trees in the water. She will roll down the window and sniff the air. She has not been out of her house for years. She is like one awakening from a nightmare without realizing it. We will order bean soup at White's Deli, then shop at the mall. She will choose men's shoes, which are 5 sizes too large, and triple XXL pants, which hang on her thin frame. Nothing tight, she'll insist. On the way home, we'll stop for more ice cream and reminisce about our childhoods. The big drafty house at Bay Shore, our reserved parents. This kind of conversation with Ice always seems so sane. "Do you remember—" I'll begin, and Ice will gasp and say, "You have such a good memory, Melon," and we will laugh aloud together. For a few days, maybe even weeks, I will have my big sister back. An excerpt from Helen Vo-Dinh's memoir, Ice and the Warrior Beetles, from Passenger's Winter 2014 issue. Gail DiMaggio said that when she used to meditate and her mind would wander, she learned the Buddhist practice of metta. choosing one person, dog, star, or grain of sand to focus on. She applied that same principle to her writing, focusing on a detail, a person's character trait, their weirdness, their lovable, infuriating everyday self, with the hope that it might lighten their suffering. Here's Gail's poem, Meta for My Brother Peter, Who Died, tragically. Believe me, I remember. But I'd rather remember him at 3, a day I'm left in charge and sulking, when suddenly I hear slam and all at once bang, and I run to the gaping cellar where he's sprawled on the landing, with a grin like I should join him in the ecstasy of falling 17 steps. And then he grew up and up into a big man's voice, a tireless, muscled body wrapped around that core of joy, and then that tragedy I mentioned. His son describes how, when they broke the news at work, a young machinist sat down hard, kept shaking his head, kept whispering, "No." Peter deserved a heaven built of stairs, one where he can start at the top, fling himself down, and stick the landing, just so he can jump up and do it again. May I remember him that way, my brother Peter, who never saw a difference between falling and flight. From Passager's 2021 Poetry Contest issue, Meta for My Brother Peter, Who Died, by Gail DiMaggio. 3 pieces to remind us that no matter what's happened along the way, let's remember our siblings with love. To subscribe to, donate to, or learn more about Passager and its commitment to older writers, visit PassagerBooks.com. Passager offers a 25% discount on the books and journal issues featured here on Burning Bright. Visit our website to see what's on sale this week. Special thanks to Goucher College intern Kristen Lim for researching, writing, and helping edit this episode of Burning Bright. For Christine, Roseanne, Mary, Asher, and the rest of the Passager staff, I'm John Shore.